Good evening, everybody. I've come back to Elite Dangerous today to talk about this. Community goals. I've decided to take this one up because 1, it's an Imperial initiative, 2, it's in my leader's home system, and 3, because it's bounty hunting and I haven't done that in a while. Now, I've already done a little bit, as some of you will see from my video about the Thargoid threat coming in tomorrow, which hopefully I should get up later on today. Note, this has been recorded on the 4th of September, so hopefully I'll get it up by the 5th. Giggity, for those of you with a perverse mind. Now then, yeah, basically I just want to talk a little bit today about the community goals and whether or not they bring unity or division. Now obviously we do get some like this, but from what I've seen, and there are quite a lot of pilots in this system at the moment, which is why there is some lag while flying here, because I'm trying to stream using a million devices and, you know, the general stuff that kills even the fastest of internets. Unless you've got, you know, the ultimate internet. But, well, with community goals, it actually brings other commanders to you. Like now on the radar there, you see those little sort of hollowed out rectangles? Those are other players. There they are. In a Federal Corvette, Fer-de-Lance, and the other one was something else. I think it was a Vulture, if memory serves. But yes, all of those are in the local area. And if you do want to make some friends, I can guarantee you that the right place to do that is probably a community goal. However...
Engage.
Right, that was a bit weird. Anyway, as I was mentioning, there is quite a bit of lag, so things like this do happen a little bit with it. It's not the most stable game where there's a lot of pilots in one system, as, well, yes. There you go, pretty much maxed out the system with as many people as possible, which is a first for me. I haven't seen a system this full of people ever. It's rather amazing that not just Imperials, but Federals, Independents with Pranav Antal, pretty much everybody is, well, are you fucking shitting me that you're wanted here? Why are you wanted here? 1,000,000 creds bounty. Are you kidding me? Number 1 Warthog, 1,000,000 credit bounty. How do you have 1,000,000 credit bounty? More to the point of why. Someone being interdicted over there or something? A 1,000,000 credits. What the hell is going on? That's worrying me, actually, because I think he's here to hunt players, you know. Still, I'm not stupid. I ain't taking on an anaconda. You see, that's the prime example, though. He's got 1,000,000 credits on his head. People are getting paid to kill bounty vouchers in this system. That 1,000,000 credits is just in this system. It's 1,000,000 credits off the mark. It's 1,000,000 straight away that you can earn just by taking him down. Also, that was a Federal agent. You must be wanted here. Federal agents ain't welcome here. He's in an ASP Scout. I'm in an ASP Explorer. So that's Sirius Security. A German branch ship. Oh yeah, fun fact. That's because there are German players in my vicinity. It's given some of the ships the German titles. Not that I'm particularly complaining about it or anything. I think it's rather cool, actually. But it did confuse me when I first saw a couple of Shield of Justices as such. Though I've seen that done in German, French and Spanish today, which has been a bit of an education, actually. I like learning about foreign language, but not as much as, well, not as much as having to figure out exactly what a ship is based on a first sight of it. Damn it. I could be scrapping some here, but, well, before I end up scrapping anything, can I have a quick look at the weapons on you? Burst laser and multi-cannon. Good stuff. Let's do this. This is why it causes divisions, though. This is a federal soldier. Federal agent. Someone who's, you know, government authorized. Sadly, you're not authorized by the government here to be in place here. It's not a legal thing for you to be trespassing in territory like this. Now, what I said in my last video about the Thargoids was humanity needs to band together and stop this pathetic political squabbling. What does that say there? You're interdicting me. I'm not some lone wolf pirate. I've got powerful friends. Well, you have powerful friends, but they're a long way from here. You're all on your own. Now, show me what kind of fangs you bear. Because I ain't gonna give you a chance to survive me. Get ready to die. Easy. Provide me with a challenge and I might let you live. Come now. A little bit harder. Come on. Fight a little bit harder than that. You're a disappointment. To a good degree. You are still a challenge though. Because your ship lets you be. Well, that was an easy mop-up. Then again, I built this ship specifically to do that to others. Compound shielding. That's a module type that I want. So I'll be taking it. Compound shielding's some good shielding. Not quite as good as the Imperial stuff, but still something I'm willing to pick up. Now, let's get out of here. That was a simple and easy takedown. Let's just move on. Wow, that really did stutter there, didn't it, really? But yeah, the community goals, I can't really say whether or not it's that's been bringing my internet down a little. It seems to be more the, well, just the usage at the property that's killing it right now. I've got the fastest internet I can physically get for my area, and my usage just kills it. Then again, I'd love to see someone actually, like, have, you know, what, 5-6 consoles attached, 2-3 PCs, and like 4 phone devices pretty much constantly, and have a good internet. Obviously, student internet can keep up with stuff like that, but even then, they do not have this many games consoles attached. Now, to get back on topic of whether a community goal brings unity or division, the answer I can give, and the only answer I can give, is both. Events like this one bring unity. However, as I'm sure you've guessed here, there's a lot of people in the system picking up every single bounty voucher they can willingly get their hands on. So there isn't really much in the way of, well, pretty much anything. As I'm sure you're aware, straight away, these guys have had to go into a state of lockdown. None of their pilots are going in the air, and they don't have anybody at all flying today. I haven't seen a single actual pirate in this system yet. It's quite astounding, isn't it, really? When a pirate faction has to go into hiding because they're so badly beaten up. Still, a pirate faction managing to get rise here was quite surprising. I remember days when there wasn't one here. It was nice and peaceful, and a great system to be in for any traders, because it was a friggin' state capital. But sadly, those days are over. As bad as it is. Well, this interdiction went well. Look at that. Right in front of me. I tell you what I'm going to do, though. I want a detailed scan of this vessel. I want all of its warrants and what it's carrying in its cargo bay. Love the new sound effect of that now as well. I've never heard that since it's been patched. 80k. Seeker, frag cannons, pulse lasers. No cargo. Okay. You don't have a problem with me, do you not now? Well, that's nice that you don't have a problem and all. I'll be sure to take that under advisement. Show me what you're made of. Ooh, look! He's coming back! Weakling. What am I even shooting at? Holy crap, they're actually injuring me. Friendo, let's see. Don't be so weak. I expected better of you. What I actually got from you isn't particularly that good. Ah, excellent. And local law enforcement come to help me, because I'm, you know, regarded as the lawman in this situation. You are really outgunned now, to the point of which I in fact feel no need to, well, try to save you. You're trying to escape. Ha! Are you absolutely mad? Surely he can't. No way! Ah. Sorry, what was that locking onto? The wake? So it tracks the heat of the wake, and then... Huh. Ah, well. Thanks for your help anyway, guys. I owe you. Of course you didn't find anything on me. I'm on the side of law. Cool it down a bit, aye? Sheesh. Well, that's disappointing. For the 80,000 that could have yielded me. Would have been a good take. What a shame. I could make a hey there Delilah joke, but it's a bit easy. Another Shield of Justice. Why are some of the frickin' internal security services allied and some of them not? I do wonder. So I'm gonna have a look at that. Chapter House, Cordial. As I'm sure you can tell by the reputation you've just seen, I don't spend much time here. As weird as it is to not spend much time in your state capital, well, I just have other things to do. Oh, it's you again! I've seen that guy before. A couple of times, actually. He seems just to go from, like, well, basically just goes from community goal to community goal. And this is what I mean about the, unity of the situation. It brings good unity between players because they work towards a common goal, but it also brings division in the fact that things like this, a lot of them are faction-based, so any that are, not bounty hunting, that are actual, conflict, like proper conflict, like where a whole system's just plunged into turmoil, particularly if it's an Alliance Federation divide where it's a conflict between the two powers, it can get pretty hairy pretty quick. And it's not pleasant for either side, but people get involved. And the clash is always done as a, whatever happens in a clash happens. It's a lot less salty than, say, you attacking someone that's got a hold full of gold and just blowing them up for the sake of it. I can't say I've not done that. Still, mine was for political reasons. So I have done it for a reason at least. Yeah, the guy was backing Zachary Hudson. I'd just been killed by one of his goons. Suffice it to say I wasn't best pleased, so I killed him as a replacement. Best 6,800 credit bounty I ever had put on my head. Is this it? Private data beacon. That's an odd one. What the hell's going to be on board this?
Incoming message.
Exceptional scrambled emission data. Okay. Source scrambled, sector sweep, partially complete. Data store integrity report 100%. Well then, maybe it's not a waste after all. To get some emissions data that's that rare, it's quite a prize for just pulling over for a second to take it. I'm quite pleased with that. Although now comes the hard part. Finding another victim to prey on. Albeit it's perfectly within the bounds of the law, there are more than enough pilots in this system to pretty much eradicate all forms of wanted pilots in seconds. Which is kind of a little bit scary, really. But, it is what it is. If you come to one of these events, you're going to be in quite a bit of... well, you're going to spend quite a lot of your time just moseying about the stars. Which is what's quite nice about these events. The way they promote unity is by pretty much everyone pulling too much weight. As I'm sure, my earlier... sort of to give a bit of a flashback. This kind of shows, doesn't it, really? If I've made just under 100k, excluding the bounty that I've got now, because I haven't handed that in yet. and the whole community's made nearly 50 billion, well, that's just pretty good going, isn't it? And keep in mind we've managed to get all the way to tier 7, and we have 2 whole days left. We're definitely getting to tier 8 as a group and as a community. Since I've started, I was one of the... I think I was the 11,000th, 100th contributor. No, the 11,000th contributor, actually. Yeah, it was 10,998 when I contributed my first voucher. So I was around the 11,000th person to contribute to this. Considering this is just the Xbox variant, and this is how many people have got involved with this, well, actually, is it? I think these get persistently tracked. But if it's only 11,000 commanders that have got involved throughout all 3 platforms, I'll be quite surprised. But even then, that's still 11,000 people all working towards a common goal. That doesn't happen every day. Another federal agent. Clearly he'll be wanted, but not someone I can take down. Wow, that Viper was worth more than you? I'm even more annoyed it escaped me. Well, never mind. I didn't take any damage and I'm still here going strong, so obviously it's not a bad thing. Wow, you're here in a kinda light ship for the work you do. Combat aftermath. Not worth my time. Even if there are goods there to take, they'd be illegal to carry around because they'd be classed as stolen. And on top of that, there's no black markets in miles of a range here. If it was out in the middle of nowhere in independent space, I might try and chance it for some cheeky credits. But I did promise off crime while I was in Imperial space when I pledged to serve them. Come to think of it, that's about 80 weeks ago that I first signed up with the Empire. Or when I first signed up with... Are you mad? Are you actually mad? This is another player's ship, just to say... Are you... Wow, okay. You are asking to be pirated, kiddo. You have cargo that is worth a lot of money. You have literally no shield. You have nothing on your ship to defend yourself. You're literally running on the bare minimum. Mate, you want to be careful, don't you? Sheesh, dude. There's a pilot out here. Another frickin' pilot. That guy... We still have that million credit bounty guy flying around. And we've got him flying around with his cargo with like no defenses. Jesus, that's dangerous. And you see, this is why it promotes like a divide and division between certain people. It's because as much as, people, as much as people do like working together, holy hell. Holy hell. Okay, you're at the drug empire. You aren't actually stopping from flying? How are you allowed to be out of your cage? Are you trying to interdict someone? Your ship flying patterns show that you are. In fact, I believe you are at the moment, aren't you? Come on, bud. Come on, pull over. Damn it, Stefan, I want to kill you. Damn it, Stefan. Yeah, that's, you know, kind of the question to ask, ain't it? Why has it been hitting the fan? Ooh, a bit close. It doesn't matter. Stefan got away. Profound sadness. Time to get out of here. But anyway, yeah, with targets like that Type 9 flying around, that thing will have been carrying like 300 tons of cargo. And far be it from me, I'm an opportunist, yes. But I'm not going to take on an innocent trader in a vessel that's more expensive than all of mine. Wait, what's this about not killing traders? Seeing as though I'm just saying about it now. We don't kill traders or anything like that. Yay, smiley face. Are you trying to win support by lying? The PvP faction. I'm a little bit nervous around the PvP faction in the area. I'm not one for PvP outside of, well, the, CQC arena. Albeit I respect it is a thing, it is part of the game, but when we're all here working towards a common target, I don't see why it's necessary to have people be, attacked and killed. But, well, for some it is a way of life in this, and that's how they make their living, is killing other people and gaining reputation by doing that. So, hell, if they want to do it, that's their prerogative. So if I asked to be griefed. For some reason, imitating a lisp is painful to read. I don't know. It just is for me at this point, to be honest. Oh, hey! I finally got my 19th percent. Ah, well. Wait. What? I could actually have a fighter bay on this ship, couldn't I? Seeing as though I've, had Cherry basically as part of a crew for about half a year, and she's made 1 million credits by sitting on her ass. Another Shield of Justice. God damn, there's just too many of them around. I'm gonna go and dock it and then see what I can do here today. I'm actually quite intrigued to read this stuff. If you asked to be griefed, you got something wrong with you. Not in this, lol. A lot of people will have you believe we're nothing but a gank squad. We should be hated and that KE are all bad people. For tonight, we're a gank squad, but only for retaliation. I'm Josh, and at least one faction respects traders and low rank. And then 07 to that, sir. What is that O7 supposed to signify? I really probably should know that, but hey, internet slang ain't my thing. Pull us and shoot at us. We give a single chance to disengage before we gun to bring you down, no matter the rank. You talk a big game. Question is, can you back it up? I mean, with the ship you're piloting, yeah, you probably can, to be honest with you, because you pilot like what, a friggin'... Yeah, Federal Corvette. Not gonna be messing with you. I don't claim to talk a big game when it comes to PvP, and I'm flying a mid-range ship here. Oh, so it was you and the Type 9 that's like friggin' ridiculously balls dangerous. What the hell is O7? Tempted to actually ask them, but I'd rather not. Unless it's like... No, it isn't. What in the hell does that mean? Huh. Anyway, aside from my mindless ramblings and reading of the local chat for this event, which has been actually quite interesting for me. I'm not used to interacting with other people in this game whatsoever, so it's kind of refreshing to actually come across other players, even if it is for a, you know, an event of sorts. Yeah. But, yeah, as for the, well, argument of what really happens with this, I guess that kind of shows it, doesn't it? Obviously, a lot of people say that we're a gank squad and just attack people. So obviously they have a bad reputation. They do seem to be fairly alright, but even then, outside of the events and stuff, if they do come across somebody, I dare say, ooh, that was bad. I dare say they'll probably attack them and then probably kill them, which is not really good. I mean, don't get me wrong, this guy in the Type 9, whoever it is just literally flying back and forth between this system and another to deliver goods over and over again. The only thing I find with the trade missions is that if you bring in goods to deliver for the initiative, you tend to spend more than you'll gain back unless you really dive into an investment. Whereas with bounty voucher harvesting, albeit it is a little bit harder, it is pure profit. But hey, at least, you know, missions like this, or tasks like this, bring people together. Of course, when you, as I say, when you get the open conflict, has the opposite effect. But, to be honest, I'm not too fussed. If there is a war going on, people have their own right to, you know, like, pick a side and fight for it. If you believe in something, fight for it. What's this? Oh, sweet. The Chapter House of Inquisition are now friendly towards me. That's something I really did want to happen, actually, because the Chapter House of Inquisition directly work for the Emperor. So, hooray for me! 157k earned. How am I doing? Top 100%? Bloody hell, 157 grand and I'm in the top 100%. I figure I might as well just hold off on it now. 157k plus the 700's nearly a million credits just for the contribution I've made so far. But it is kind of addicting to keep getting out there to shoot someone up. It's been a while since I've done anything like this. And this ship was kitted out to do the worst of everything. This thing was literally my go-to for any, and I mean it, any sort of mission. It was kitted out to be able to do long-range exploring, kitted out to do combat, kitted out to do piracy, kitted out to do virtually anything. This is the kind of ship we need to fight against any kind of threat. Albeit not ideal. Given the choice now, I'd probably change around a couple of the modules As I'm sure you can probably tell, I have a lot of cargo hatches, or a lot of cargo space on this ship. I'd probably change most of that, so I had about 20 cargo slots, and most of it was just defense. That's pretty much how it would work for me now. But, enough. I built this with one goal in mind, and that was versatility. So it'll stay as it is. 748 materials. I'm gathering quite a lot on this little venture, looking for people to kill. Well, no matter. I'm sure I'll make more than enough a bit later on. At any rate, at least I'm finally gaining combat rank again. But as for this whole somewhat debate within my own mind for whether this brings unity or division, looking at how these commanders interact, albeit there is some division in what the community ideally would think of each other and how it's perceived, well, No, I'd say the community's fairly good-natured. Everyone has their own methodology, their own ethos, and their own reasons for playing the game. I guess if you get a reputation as a griefer, that's not good, but from what I can see with these guys, they're just a PvP squad. They like PvP, and they'd prefer to do it outside of the CQC arena, and that's fine, there are opportunities to do that. Doesn't seem like they attack just random innocent people, though I do think they are sizing up that Type 9. At the same time, I do have my suspicions they're sizing up that guy's Type 9 for an easy kill. It's worth a lot of money and is very expensive to replace. It's also just... It's like a can of soup to a starving man. It's easy to eat and get access to. It only requires a can opener. And in his case, the can opener is some light weapons fire, because he is not going to last 5 minutes against a fully armed Corvette. That's just asking for death. Lord knows in this system with an Imperial frickin'... What? An Imperial Requisition Request, I think was what it was named. With that being in effect, we know he's going to be loaded down with goods. So, I'm still calling it now. I think he'll be hunted down and killed before long. Probably not in this system itself, but in one of the neighbouring ones. I would say, looking at this community does seem quite unified and does really tend to get along, but it's hard to tell what people's true, their true intentions are. People do lie quite a bit in this. People do lure people into traps. People tend to try pretty much every aspect of their chosen career as they would in real life. Criminals tend to lie, connive, backstab, and steal quite ingeniously to avoid being caught. Because, quite frankly, the penalties in this game for being caught as a thief, griefer, or murderer, whatever you might want to be, it pretty much amounts to a similar penalty as it is in real life. People just ruin your life and you end up running away into basically of your former self. Albeit going to prison in real life is probably a lot worse than being killed over and over again in Elite Dangerous until you're pretty much forced to either start again or stop playing for about all of 3 to 6 months till everyone forgets you exist. Either way, they're not preferable. But, just this. Stick it in for these bloody events and put your bloody hand into the pie, so to speak. Try and get a bloody good cut of the profits out of the thing, 'cause it's worth a lot of money. Aside from that, make yourself some new friends. Get yourself into a pilots club. Just be careful of who you're trying to befriend, because this, I'm going to say it now, is... Well... It's suspicious. That's all I'm going to say. Well, we'll see what happens. Well, actually, I probably won't, because I'm going to call it a day. Either way, whatever they're up to, I'd love to find out. Also, can I have a quick look at that, please? 22:02, 22... Wait, so it goes off your ship's time? No, apparently it just goes off the actual time. So messages go off the actual time, whereas the clock in the top corner goes off Galactic Mean Time, which is basically Greenwich Mean Time for Elite Dangerous. Or at least that's what I assume, seeing as though it doesn't change for daylight saving and things like that here in the UK. Don't know about anywhere else. As I was saying, getting stuck into these events is a great way to meet new people, make some new friends. Just be careful of who you exactly befriend. Like, albeit I have said in a few past videos for this, you know, the more you get involved with the community, the better. It can also have the same opposite effect. And albeit I did also ask for people to, you know, drop me a friend request and stuff like that. As I say, try and leave a comment or something to say who you are beforehand. But even then, I'd be pretty skeptical, I dare say, about meeting you unless I had my guns drawn the first couple of times. So, it's a bit of a double-edged sword on all fronts there, really. Even though you can make some new friends, people are quite wary and a bit paranoid when it comes to defending their high-priced stuff. Particularly when it's a Type 9 with no shields. That's just insanity right there. But you're doing a job, you're trying to play the game, you know, you enjoy playing the game your way, and it seems that everyone respects that. Until someone cracks you up and like a can of food for a starving man, and then basically just takes all you have. Which I guarantee will happen sooner rather than later with a ship like that. I still think that dude's crazy. Has my respect though. It takes a lot of bottle to fly a ship like that. Really does. Anyway, until next time, I'm going to sign off. This has been quite fun, actually. I've rather enjoyed this. Even though it is just me rambling on. But anyway. Hope you guys enjoy the beginning of winter. And, well. Hopefully the weather won't be so shit. But until next time, I'll see you around.